RadioArchives.com presents The Spider and the Eyeless Legion, the 73rd adventure of The Spider by Norval W. Page, writing as Grant Stockbridge, read by Nick Santamaria. Richard Wentworth, wealthy man about town and master of disguise, devotes his life to the pursuit of justice for the downtrodden, the poor, and the helpless. Donning a wide-brimmed black hat, sinister black cape, and a pair of .45 automatics, Wentworth prowls the streets of New York as his alter ego, the Spider, master of men, challenging criminal masterminds bent on enslaving or destroying humanity. Wentworth's loyal fiancée, Nita Von Sloan, and Sikh manservant and warrior companion Ram Singh accompany the Spider on his quest to root out evil, the only clue to his deeds of justice, the dreaded red spider seal, left on the foreheads of those he has killed for the good of mankind. And now, the Spider's thrilling adventure, The Spider and the Eyeless Legion.
Chapter 1. The Spider Slips. In spite of the neat silk mask, the man in evening dress did not look like a safecracker, but his deft, gloved hands had taken some $60,000 in large bills from the looted strongbox and were rapidly stowing them away into prepared pockets beneath the tailored snugness of his white vest. That job finished, he slipped a thin platinum cigarette lighter from his pocket, thumbed down the base, and leaned forward to press it against the face of the safe. It was while he stood there, a suggestion of lithe power in the arch of the back, that he caught the stealthy opening of a door in the suite's outer office. He whipped about with quick, feral tension. There was a sharp contraction in the chords of his columnar throat. The smile on his lips became taut. Behind him, where he had touched the door of the safe, was revealed the reason. Etched there, in rich vermilion, standing out boldly against the black metal, was the seal of the Spider. That seal labeled the man in the mask the most hunted fugitive in the entire United States, sought alike by a dogged police and a viciously frightened underworld. And it labeled him, too, the greatest humanitarian the world had ever known. It was a true identification. With long, silent strides, the Spider, who in another identity was the wealthy clubman and sportsman Richard Wentworth, crossed to the heavy oaken door that shut off the outer office. His gloved fingers played soundlessly over the lock, made sure of the fastenings. Then he turned his back upon it and opened a costly case to select a cigarette. Casually lighting it, he strolled back to continue his calm perusal of the safe's contents. Despite his iron self-discipline in the face of danger, the Spider had been unable to control that first nervous reaction to discovery. 6 months before, he would not have needed the reassurance of examining a door he knew to be locked. But in these straitened days, when police sought him both as Wentworth and as the Spider, they kept up a relentless pressure. Doggedly, sometimes weeks late, they crossed his back trail, and ever and again they flushed him from the hideout in the slums to which he had been forced to retreat. For once, too, the underworld had joined forces with the law. He was the one man against whom the most tight-lipped felon would inform, if he did not shoot the Spider down upon recognition. Yet Wentworth's only crime was the service of humanity according to his own conscience and his own heart. Still unhurried, Wentworth turned with a sheaf of papers toward a secretary's noiseless typewriter in the corner of the office. His eyes glanced toward the door, and amusement lingered in their blue-gray depths. More than one man out there, probably the police. Well, the door would hold for a while against assault, and there was still work to be done for the humanity he served, selflessly and without other reward than the work itself. At the typewriter, he snicked in the sheet of paper with gloved fingers, concentrated on the phrasing of the message. He heard the metallic whisper of the doorknob being turned, the smothered creak of pressure against the panel, and he nodded at the confirmation of his thought. Yes, certainly the police. Even the most bungling of sneak thieves would make less noise. Not that the identity of this sneaking ambuscade mattered. When they saw the seal, the police would shoot him down without mercy, and even to save his life, the Spider would not fire on the forces of the law. Actually, he did not have a gun. He moved his cigarette to the side of the desk, and ashes spilled across the broadcloth of his trousers. Wentworth...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?